He doesn't come visiting. We bring him there. If you gather in the name of conspiracy, he's not there. If you gather in the name of adultery, he's not there. You gather to get drunk, he's not there. You gather for pornography, he's not there. But when you gather in his name, you bring him there. It is we that bring him there. And if we have the mind of Christ, we form a network of Christ. We form www.Christ. As we are here, we are www.Christ@australia.com. Is it too hard for you to understand?
No.
.au. We are his mind here.
Yes, sir.
Until we think like him, he cannot act. Muslims will go and shoot people in supermarkets because somebody's mind in Iraq is hooked into his own website. Why is it that most of them have criminal records and are psychiatric people? Somebody is controlling him. The ones that shot in France, an American al-Awaki that went to Yemen controlled their minds to go and shoot. Even though he is dead, he is still living in them. A Nigerian child whose father is a multi-millionaire, director of one of the biggest banks in Africa, was influenced by al-Awaki in Yemen to wear a bomb in his panties to blow up a plane. There are very few Australians as rich as that boy's father. I mean what I'm saying. But a virus hacked his website from the internet and he went to Yemen. Now, God hacks websites. God hacked the website of a fish. www.fish/swallow Jonah.
Amen.
Listen, we're talking about dominion. I don't know whether your minds can come. I don't know where the Archbishop got this from. Whether your minds can. I feel very disturbed preaching to you because it's as if you're not following me.
We are following you.
They have learned within Australia you're not as expressive as
Is that what? Okay, you're not as expressive.
No,
oh, we like fun.
But my congregation sit very quiet.
Okay.
They will not say, and there will not be an amen for the whole service.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is Australia. And these guys have been here long enough.
Okay, let me come near you now.
That's true.
God spoke to the fish. What did he speak? It was a digitalized language of the fish. He didn't say cho. He hacked the mind of the fish. When we are leaving his garage, he just presses something and then the garage goes up. Dominion. Are you following me? So God hacked the website of the fish. When fish grabs, the first instinct is to bite. Why did the fish not bite Jonah? God hacked the brain. www.fish/don't bite. I bring the honey out of the Bible. Some people preach the chaff. And a donkey spoke Hebrew. How? God hacked the brain of the donkey. www.donkey/speak Hebrew.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
The devil, shut up your mouth. And God spoke to the lions. www.lion/fasting and praying. A man carrying the lion of the tribe of Judah is coming. And lions don't eat lions. And the lions went on fasting and praying. experiment to prove that these lions do not have dental problem because they thought that they had dental problem. And they brought the administrators. They add and they miss and they become traitors. Administrators. When 2 or 3 come together to become traitors, they miss. They are now administrators. And the satraps, they sat down and set a trap. Satrap. They brought them experiment to prove that these lions no longer eat people. And they threw them there. Before they reached, the lion ate them like biscuits. Okay. Why did Pharaoh's daughter go and take her bath in the River Nile? I have been to the source of the River Nile in Ginger. DHL, a company, a courier company, advertises their products with the mouth of the crocodile. I told you, females are the custodians of life. The Nile crocodile stores the children in the mouth. Because the female crocodile stores the children in the mouth. Because the male crocodile eats his own children. If you fail as a woman to be responsible, society degenerates. And so, God hacked the mind of Pharaoh's daughter. If you go to Eschaton, if you read books, you will see that in Egypt they had heated pools, swimming pools, heated pools in the palace. What made Pharaoh's daughter to leave the comfort of the palace to go and take her bath in a stream that was not protected with crocodiles? God went to the pool, www.pharaohsdaughter.com/take your bath in the river. There is somebody in Australia that needs to come in contact with you. God needs to hack his website.
Amen.
In Nigeria, let me speak this so that you might not. Then say for Nigeria, say now tree way near tree, now make monkey smart. That is, it is the proximity of trees to each other that makes a monkey smart. If one tree is here and one tree is another there, 1 kilometer away, a monkey is not smart. You will catch a monkey. Those who come in contact with you change your story. You must need a David to bring a handicapped Mephibosheth to the palace. The reason you are still where you are is that you have always met people who depended on you. You need people because people are the carriers of God to answer your question. When you keep meeting the wrong people, you keep getting the wrong solution. Socrates said that if you keep doing the same thing in the same place, the same way with the same people, and you expect a different result, then you are a madman. Ask your neighbor, can you improve my life? If you cannot, please find your way. Tell your neighbor, it is better to be alone than to have an intestinal worm. It's better to be alone than to have a parasite, a nuisance. Particularly you women. Not compulsory, a man hangs around you, gives you problem. If he leaves you, the Bible says, let him depart. Are you listening to me? Yes. Moses' mother earned salary for breastfeeding. Other women killed their children. But Moses' mother earned salary for breastfeeding because she did not accept the dominion of Pharaoh. Where was the husband when the woman was building a boat? go through the Bible, womanhood have been the strength of God manifesting in humanity. It was the daughter that stood by the water where crocodiles are. It was a woman that God met, a harlot. It's not your background that matters. It is your position. God will prefer somebody who is properly positioned mentally. That harlot was mentally sound. One day I will teach you about her. Let's leave that. God will prefer a harlot. Don't be annoyed with me. God preferred a harlot whose house will provide an easier escape than a righteous man who was in the city center that will give God more difficulty. We're going deeper. Can we go deeper? Are you ready? Can your mind walk? Do you know one of the prayers? There's a book written by Bill Gates. It's called Praying at the Speed. Bill Gates said doing business at the speed of thought. I pray at the speed of thought. When I came to his house, I told him, "Don't disturb me. You will not hear me pray." I went to Sierra Leone to preach, and they gave us a house somewhere around Wilberforce to stay. I told my friend said we should go to a hotel to stay. $200 a night. I had the money, but I didn't want to spend that money. I needed to pay school fees in Europe. And he said that house, that there were demons. I told me, a Nigerian, come to Sierra Leonean demons and run away? It's an insult. My demons are postgraduate. And I handled them well. A big house for two of us to stay, you're running away. I said, let's go and stay in that house. I said, when I get there, you might not hear me pray, but you will see things happen. And I entered the building. I just said in my mind, all demons chill. The main man is around. And we slept. But I just said, let me stay awake and see what these demons will do. That's in Nigeria, a foolish person is called Mumu. That's my Mumu friend. He just started snoring like a tractor. At one stage, he will behave as if his gear does not enter. Another stage, he will behave as if his propeller. I looked at him and I stupid man, where are the demons? They were not demons. If the demons were there, carry his presence, that makes the difference. Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
Now listen. How many of you know Ayo Richard Jaffo? You don't know him? One of the biggest churches in Nigeria. I was passing a street. Now, listen intensely. Don't let anything distract you now. I was passing a street. And I said, I have preached in every church along this street apart from Rainbow and Ayo's church. And I said, God, why? Man, immediately I got home. 2 days later, I received a phone call from Rainbow. Dr. Apoki, we want you to come and preach in our church on the challenges of the firstborn. I didn't go to them. I just hacked. I just sent a text message, an email to heaven, and God hacked the website of somebody. And then they called me. As I was going to preach, I carried 4 sets of clothes because I was to preach in 3 places. And my daughter asked me, Daddy, why are you carrying 4 sets of clothes? I said, today is Saturday. When I finish preaching, Dave is going to ask me to preach on Sunday. They told me, we don't know you. Somebody said Dominion. Somebody said, we don't know you here. I said, no. Somebody told me. He said, we don't know you here, so we're going to put you in the children's church. Somebody said, I hear you.
I hear you.
And they took me to the children's church. As I finished preaching, Dave stood up. I mean, these are churches, man. Big. Lots of money. You see cars, it's like a car park. When I finished preaching, Dave came to me and said, Dr. Charles, this message you preached, I would want my whole church to hear it. Can you preach it on Sunday? I behaved as if I was not interested.
So you were bluffing.
You know how women behave now? They will like a man, they'll say, no. No, some of you are still seeing notice, even though you are married to your husband. I have headache. Don't look at me like that. And then when I said, okay. The Minister for Police Affairs saw me. He said, Dr. Charles, what a great preaching. I've never heard it like this. Which hotel are you staying at? I said, I'm staying in Steros Hotel. He said, you come and stay in my hotel. Men like you should not stay in that place. Come to my hotel. Did you drive yourself here? I said, yeah. He said, people like you should not drive yourself. Baby, they put me in a convoy of cars to the same hotel, to BB Hotel. I was passing the streets where I bought firewood. And I shouted in my spirit, Father, you died too early. You should have seen this, your rascally son, in a convoy. And I finished preaching and said, Ayo, you are next. The next day, I was called from Ayo's church. Dr. Charles, Ayo is going to send you a letter. Ayo is the president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, all churches. Ayo is going to send you a letter. And Ayo sent me a letter that he wants me to preach in his network, African Broadcasting Network, satellite. Not his church. Church was too small. Generation, not congregation. The nations, not denomination. And I didn't have the money to pay. A church called me to come and preach. It's $250,000. A church called me to come and preach. I told God I have the website of that man. The money I need, he will give it to me. Small church. As I finished preaching, he gave me an envelope. The envelope was quite slim. As I was going, he said, let me spy it. I opened it. It was $250,000. About how many dollars? $2,000. About $2,000 for speaking, for just speaking. Just speaking. If not God, I'm wasting my time with you in Australia here. Gave me $250,000. And I paid. I said, God, I want to go to Madagascar. Somebody called me from Madagascar. You, Dr. Chan, say yes. I said, I want your CDs. I hope those CDs are there.
Yes, sir.
So they are some of the best CDs a black man has ever preached. God bless your hearts. He said, are you, Dr. Chan, say yes. I want you to send me CDs. How much do you pay? How much do I pay? I said, no. Africa, we've gotten so much from the world. It is our time to give back to the world. I will send them to you free. I sent them to him free. And then I told him, I want to come to Madagascar. He said, come. And I was in Madagascar to preach. I hacked his website. Recently, I told you I was in a house. I needed money to do some things. And the man called me from the hotel where I kept me. He said, come home for dinner. And I told God, as I am going, the money I need, let this man give it to me. I was their family doctor. I finished eating, gave me good wine, beautiful house, good wine. You know, some of us create Europe and Australia in Africa. Can create it. And I want you to do that. You will not be buried here. I have grandchildren. I'm going to have grandchildren all over the world. The way I will build, my house is 8 bedrooms and 10 toilets. I live on half an acre. I have fish pond inside, I have farm inside, plantain. I want my grandchildren, when they come from Europe, they don't want to go home. I will have a swimming pool, have a donkey, have a horse, so that they can ride. Don't look at me like that. I finished eating, sir. You know what the man said? Let's go upstairs. I went upstairs with him. You know what he gave to me? An envelope. I got to the hotel room and I opened it. I saw brand new $100 bills, 35 of them. I saw it. And I shouted up. God said, if you get too excited, I won't give you more. If this should excite you, I won't give you more.